the Mystic Mac prediction of how exactly you get this thing done?
You know, I've had my back and forth with Donald throughout the years, right? The last time we spoke to each other or even saw each other would have been at that press conference many years ago. So much has changed since then, right? I was the interim featherweight world champion at the time. Donald predicted I wouldn't get through Aldo. I got through Aldo. He predicted I was too small for the 155-pound division. I conquered that division. You know, we've had a good back and forth, myself and Donald. And as time has gone on, you know, he's become a family man. Obviously, you've seen him compete so many times. It's hard not to respect Donald right now at this stage, and he has my respect. And although there will be blood spilled on January 18th, it will not be bad blood. And for the Mystic Mac prediction, it will be a KO.
Quick one for Cowboy. Cowboy, many people say that you really prefer when there's no bad blood and when there is respect and when there is, you know, that kind of camaraderie. And a lot of people say when there isn't, it bothers you. Is there any truth to that? Does it matter to you if people
No, it's just you media guys making bullshit up, just like they say, oh, if you hug Cowboy in the ring, you're going to get knocked out. So give me a big old ass hug when we get in there, all right? But no, there's no truth. We're just professionals. Why can't Conor sit here and hold himself like he's doing right? This is fucking amazing. You kidding me? I mean, you guys aren't getting the clickbait and all the shit you all want, but as a man, my hat's off to the son bitch for sitting here.
Hey, a couple quick questions for Conor about your legal issues. Real quick, Conor, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're here to talk about a fight. Nothing he does outside of fighting. Why is everyone got to keep going there?
The rest of the week is fight questions, I promise.
Why does everyone got to ask that
He answered
shit?
these questions yesterday on ESPN. He answered these questions yesterday.
Can you tell us anything specifically about the status of the sexual assault allegations in Ireland?
He answered that yesterday on ESPN.
And was there ever a point where you guys were concerned that might imperil this fight?
Was I?
Either of you?
No.
Jose Youngs here at the MMAfighting.com here at the UFC 246 Media Day, speaking with Carlos Diego Ferreira ahead of his fight against Anthony Pettis.
We're here with Alexa Grasso ahead of her fight with Claudia Gadelha.
Speaking with Roxanne Modafferi at the UFC 246 Media Day ahead of her fight against Macy Barber.
And we are at the Recuerdo lunch here with Steve-O. I wanted to ask you about that because I believe Duke posted at one stage thinking that the fight was going to happen between you and Cerrone. Was that on for a while?
These guys, I almost fought both of these guys. I think Conor was offered to me in the summertime, but it fell through. It was supposed to be like Madison Square Garden. And then me and Cowboy were just agreed upon a fight in January because no one wanted to fight us. We both were trying to find fights. So I just reached out like, hey, you want to fight? He's like, yeah, let's fight. 170, 155. And Cowboy's a cool ass dude, man. It couldn't happen to a better guy for him to have his shot right now and be where he's at. I'm happy for him.
Now, we've talked a lot about his skill set, but what do you bring to the table that he hasn't seen yet? Like, he's fought guys like Gilbert Melendez, Eddie Alvarez, Donald Cerrone. He's fought some of the best lightweights in the world. So what does Carlos Diego Ferreira have that these other former champions don't have?
I think the hunger, I'm a hunger guy because I come from the bottom and now I'm right on the right point in my life, and I'm hungry to win, to achieve something I've achieved before, and now that's what I want. That's what I'm looking to in my career, and that's gonna be the difference between everybody who fought. I'm a hunger guy to get the win tonight, like tomorrow night.
I'm out here to win. You heard that song, win, 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 win.
J-Rock.
Fuck everything else, because that's all that matters, is that we go out there and win. So if I submit him, it is a feather in my cap, but we got to get there first. So he's going to have to get past these hands. He's going to have to get past the movement. He's going to, and I'm sure he's more than prepared. He's a seasoned vet. There's nothing he hasn't probably seen in 70 fights. So I just got to be smarter than him,
I want people to see that I believed in myself. I want people to see that I took chances when a lot of people thought that I couldn't do something. I showed them that I could. I want to show people that, I'm not going to walk away with my tail between my legs after something bad happens, and I want to take the easy route and just say I'm done. I want to keep pushing forward. It's definitely an uncomfortable feeling to get back in there, and after you have some losses, sometimes it's like, man, you deal with a lot of self-doubt and things like that, but I refuse to let myself think that. I want to keep going forward, and I know what my capabilities are, and I want that to show people that whatever it is in life, that because life's not perfect, we're all going to face stuff like that. Our losses are just known. Our losses are seen by everybody. You know, a lot of people have stuff in their own jobs. They're not, you know, plastered on the front page of the news and all over the internet and all over social media. Ours is, and that's okay with me, because you know what? When you win and you get your hand raised, that picture is on the front page of the news, on social media, and that's what I'm going for.
Think about in the past, jiu-jitsu fighters tended to win a lot. You know, they got their opponents down. Even from bottom guard, they were sweeping, they were armbarring, they were triangling, submitting. Now you don't really see a lot of submissions from guard. If you're on the bottom in guard, you're kind of screwed. Like, you're getting hit. You know, the top guy's good enough to defend those submissions. So along those lines, I think that, you know, as MMA has developed, there are counters to the attacks and then counters to those counters. So everybody's learning all these counters and new improved techniques. So you have to keep learning the counters to the counters, right? So I think technique-wise, that's an evolution. You know, so many people can defend an armbar from guard. So like, I've stopped trying to pull. I used to pull guard. You can't do that nowadays, right?
And then in the one final one, what did you make of Liz Carmouche's release, like kind of unceremoniously after her last fight against Valentine?
I actually wrote an article for Bloody Elbow about sports versus entertainment and comparing those two. So I think that might play a part of that. Like, you know, Liz is very strong, very skilled. If MMA were 100% sport, there's no way she'd be released, but it's also half or however percentage you want to think of it, entertainment. And she did have not a great performance in her last fight, other stuff. So I don't know, like, I'm trying not to have feelings about it. It's just it's unfortunate for her.
You say this is going to be violent, and to do this when everybody in the world is watching this fight, you think this would be like the most considerable victory of your career to date?
I think it could, especially because Roxanne's such a veteran of the sport. You know, she's such a, as people have been saying, a pioneer of the game, and in the women's division. So I do. You know, I think this is a good one for me to showcase that, you know, again, like I've said, the past is never ready for the future. So
I'm going to go in. I'm going to look to acquire rounds in here. I'm not going to be in a rush. I'm going to put pressure on Donald. Going to hurt Donald. But if he can last, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to acquire rounds in here and then build on these rounds. I feel after the Diaz 2 build-up that I had, and then the performance I had and the bout itself, and then leading into the Eddie Alvarez fight, I just felt like I was in prime condition and untouchable. And so I'm looking to acquire that time in there again. So whichever one comes up first, like I said, God willing, I get out get out safe on Saturday night. Whoever's up next, I know a date was mentioned in March. I'm up for March also. You're gonna see a lot of me. You know, you're gonna see a lot of me here. So happy days for you all also. I know all your eyes are lighting up too.
And when he got up on the stage, he speaks very well, you know, and he grew the sport tremendously. I mean, the dude's a superstar. And he speaks well in front of the media. He brings a lot of eyes, a lot of attention. So, you know, right about that time, I was like, this dude, he's the whole package, man, for sure.
Where would this catapult you? What do you want to get out of this?
Oh, man, I'm just looking to go in there and have a good time. This is, I do this for me, man, you know, right? This is like the money and everything's great, but I literally love doing this. And so what's next? I don't know. Sunday, I'll probably talk to Dana before I'm loading up my bikes and heading home to load up my snowmobiles and go play in the fucking deep-ass snow that they're getting at home right now. So that's what's next for me. Go play, go have fun. And Saturday night, I get to go have the most fun I've ever had. So I can't wait. If you're asking me if I redid a contract, yes, I did. And so thanks, Connor. Appreciate that. But moving forward with my next 6 fights, they're all money fights. So, yeah, it's not just this one. We did a contract where they're do all of them. So I'm stoked, happy to be here. Finally get the respect this old dinosaur gets for being here, you know. Feels good. 51 fights. I'm young. When that old son of a bitch comes knocking every morning, I just tell him, not today, motherfucker. I still got a long time left, so get your old ass out of here and come back another day. So that's how I stay young.
This is the biggest contract you've signed so far with the UFC?
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the most talked about things from all McGregor's media in the lead up to this fight is the possibility of a Jorge v. Conor fight.
I was going to say that myself, but you stole the microphone. Yeah, that's the fight. That's the fucking fight. My buddy was asking me, do you think a Jorge Conor fight is bigger than the Jorge Nate Diaz and Jorge? Absolutely. And you know, Most people are taking it as a given that Conor's going to win this fight with Cowboy. I don't think anybody is taking it as a given that Conor can handle Jorge. That's the fight. That's what people want to see.
Well, you recommend the warm-in as well?
I like the warm. You gotta
I'll
eat
trust
the
what you're
warm for
saying.
like 18 years of good luck. Wait, and we got more.
What do you do
Yeah,
with this?
Oranges, please. So you're gonna get the orange. You're gonna dip it in the salt. You're gonna take your little sip.
Okay.
Orange?
So dip this in the salt?
Yeah, on both sides. Both sides. Get it covered in there. There you go. Don't be shy.
I mean, just.
This is a whole ordeal we got going on right here.
I like it.
Steve-O's here. Ah.
I like it when there's a process. And what do we do
So what
now?
do we do? We just
Nah, you sit. Bam.
I don't have enough room.
I got you.
Okay.
Take a sip. Jorge Masvidal taking over. MMA fighting. What's up, everybody? I'm your journalist.
Find out, yeah?
There you go, mate.
Ooh, baby.
Not bad.
Ooh. That is powerful stuff. Yeah, put that over there. Put that over. Ooh. He didn't even know what mezcal was when we got here. He's like, what is this drink?
Donald Cowboy Cerrone! Official weight 170 for Cowboy! And his opponent, the former lightweight champion of the world, the great Conor McGregor! Official weight 170 for Mr. McGregor!
Is this a type of fight that you enjoy where both of you are covered in blood, both of you are bruised up, it's people are debating over who won? Is this the type of performance that you were hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fighter that loves blood. You know, I love to fight. I love those type of fights. Of course, you want to get the victory always, one way or another, with blood or without blood. I'm always trying to achieve the victory. And but I'm pretty confident. You know, I put the work in to get the victory, and I saw the fight at the end as my victory.
Speaking of the finishing combination, it looked like he just kind of threw a leg kick without really setting it up, and you kind of took advantage of it with that straight. Was that something you noticed him do in the past, or was it just like in the moment you saw just this kick?
I try to be in the moment, always present, and being able to watch and learn. And he did throw a naked kick, which landed extremely well. That's why I'm limping. But it was naked, and so then I was like, now I got to respond. And the quicker punch is gonna land hard. So as soon as he threw it, I just released, and honestly, I didn't feel the punch land. He just fell over, and that's when I knew it was my moment.
Definitely. This time next year, I see my name, the same process I've been having since the Contender Series. I see this thing going on and on and on. You know, I'm 26 years old. I'm only getting better. You guys are only starting to see the other aspects of my game. Before this fight, everybody just thought I was a striker. You know, they didn't think I had any jiu-jitsu. And I feel like that's one of the things that really caught Andre by surprise, because I heard him say this was going to be his most dominant win. I figured he thought he was just going to be able to take me down, wrestle, and hold me there. But I do have a lot of grappling too. And like I said, I'm 26. I'm only getting better, and I'm getting more comfortable with being in this cage. I'm getting more comfortable with doing all these things with you guys and the way fight week goes. So just expect nothing less than what you've seen. Only expect better from here on.
Brian, you rap as well, don't you? Like, I mean, is that a pastime, or is that like something to take you away from MMA, to clear your mind from it? How long have you been doing that?
Yeah, that's just something I do, more like a hobby type of thing, but I do write a lot. You know, I've been writing for a while, and I just kind of do it like for fun. It's like therapeutic for me to do, something to break up the day in between training and stuff like that.
Cool. And like, is that something like you want to take further as a career, or is it always fighting is your main career?
Fighting's my main thing, but I would love to. You know, I think T. Woodley needs to come see me, man, because people are saying Boom is the best rapper in the UFC for sure.
So you're challenging Tyron Woodley to a rap battle. Is that what's happening here?
I don't know if it's a rap battle. Is that a freestyle? Because that's a little different. But I'll challenge him to like who can make the better song.
I like the sounds of that.
Pyrite, baby.
It feels pretty good, especially because not so many people submitted him. This last one was Poirier, but I'm pretty happy with that, and we put a lot of work and effort, and now we see the glory of all work with it. Yeah, I was looking for that escape. He does a lot, and I tried timing a little bit more for the mount or try escape. That's what I did. As soon as I felt he escaped off the technique he does a lot, I tried just stand up and try do the same thing again. Try go to the ground to get the submission.
When every time you entered range, you did that kind of, you lifted your leg up, kind of enter range. Was that something specific for Pettis, or do you always kind of do that?
No, I was kind of do that because I knew he gonna try like a kick my calf or kick my leg or my knee. I tried just to avoid that, and I knew his karate is he's fast on his kicks, and I don't try like no, and I'm gonna take a kick, just to see if he hurt. I gotta try avoid, and that's what I try avoid. Like try pick up my leg, try getting the clinch, and try getting my punch out, and to get more engaged with him.
So I assume you spent a lot of time training for this camp, like kind of, or is this something you just?
No, I just did right now.
Oh, really?
I just did right now.
Okay,
I just you're not gonna kick, bro. You're not gonna kick. No, I just did right now.
Good enough.
This win was super gratifying. I'm very relieved and pleased with my performance. I felt like my strikes have gotten stronger than in the past. I have awesome coaches at Team Syndicate. Coach John Wood, Mike Pyle, AJ Matthews, my trainer Renzo Pavlica. Good stuff.
How did it feel to you? I mean, like a lot of people seem to be counting you out this week. How did it feel to you to get that win? And I saw your post-fight statement where you said you felt like you needed to show your dark side. How do you feel like that came out in this fight?
I did not say I needed to show my dark side. I'm still a good Jedi, except in the cage. I'm trying to. I don't know. I always let it go, but I really wanted to, use some elbows, maybe seem a little more scary, maybe cut her a little bit. My hands are kind of bloody, so I guess I did that, but I don't know if I'll ever be scary. But the results speak for themselves.
Roxanne spoke Wednesday about the fact that she was taking it to the other.
I heard her cry out when she went down when I hit her. Between the rounds 2 and 3, my coach said that her knee was hurt and keep it standing. This is the first time in my 45 fights that I've known an opponent was injured, but that's, this game is merciless. You just have to keep going and try to win.
When I say I want a title shot, as whatever path it is to get there, that's the goal. When I first started MMA, everybody said, "What are you doing?" And it's like, well, I want to be a champion in both boxing and MMA, and I want to do it. And a lot of people were like, "Why are you starting a whole new career at 29? You're almost 30, and you think you can go and make this whole new career?" Well, I'm still 38 now, and I'm still ready to go. And I know that I'm stronger than the girls in my weight class. I know that I'm in shape, and I know I'm healthy, and I know that I can do more. And what I needed to do is let more of my punches and kicks go tonight. With that being said, though, I'm walking away with not taking any damage and still being able to control a fight. So there's some things you can take away that's positive, and some things that I can take away and criticize myself on. And I do both. I like constructive criticism. I like to do better and take what things worked and try and do more to capitalize next time.
You know the way they say, "I've just got a left hand." They'll have to say, "I've just got a left shoulder as well." A left hand and a left shoulder. The so-called experts of the game, when they'd be breaking down my skill set, they'd be saying, "I'm just a fighter with a left hand," which is highly disrespectful and uneducated. And I'd be surprised that so many of the supposedly knowledgeable people, they'd be just claiming it as that. So it's a good shot in the clinch. I see you can really catch a man, so I knew I caught him with the first one off guard, and then I caught one or two more, and when we separated, the nose and the eye was bust. And it's a good shot. I've utilised that many times. Okay, the lightweight title will be there, right? That will be there, You see the difference in the physique, the preparation and that, and that will come back around, that shot. So I'm certainly not going to, if this fight does go ahead, sit out and wait and then wait for a true through holidays and injuries and all this type of thing that goes with it. So the who doesn't matter for me now. It's just I'm looking at dates now, and I know March was there, and I'm going to have a look at the calendar and see where we're at. And Lorenzo gets back in from Panama on Tuesday, so we'll toast the fine Irish whiskey with Lorenzo. I always look to do that, a tradition. I was talking with Dana, so he gets back on Tuesday to Vegas, so I'll stay here and I'll go for dinner and a toast with Lorenzo and Dana, and I'm sure we'll chat about it then and see what's what. So I'll be ready. I'll have a celebration tonight. I'll chill with my kids tomorrow. I'll show Junior the fight on the telly, see how he reacts to it, see what he thinks of it. And then back to training. When you before a fight, you taper off for the final 2 weeks. So if you get a quick win and then you kind of go off, then all of a sudden it can be 4 weeks without a full training. You know what I mean? Without a real training session. And then you've slipped behind again. So I'm going to make sure not to do that and get a good session in the day after tomorrow and carry on.
Tonight was Donald Cerrone's 34th UFC fight, which is the most in history. It's the first time he's never landed a strike in a fight. What does that mean to you to kind of be the person who made that happen?
The records that man has, give him some sort of belt. Seriously, that you give belts out and this, that, and the other, and they're even creating them now at this stage. What a phenomenal legacy Donald has, and it's an honor to share the octagon with that man. Seriously, I mean that. I've shared the octagon with some great UFC fighters, and Donald is up there with the best of them all. So I'm very, very proud to share the octagon with him, and phenomenal records. I could only hope and dream to achieve the records he has. The amount of 34 fights, that's my 12th fight. So he's 3 times more fights than me inside that octagon. He fought 11 times in the last year, and I'd only fought 11 times in the UFC period. So it's just breathtaking what the man's be at, and I'm happy that it was clean enough. You know what I mean? I thought if it went on, and Donald falls into shots sometimes, and I knew if he fell into it, I was almost anticipating having Herb stop the fight. I was almost anticipating if we go on here and he falls into a shot and I catch him with a backhand shot or a lead hook shot as he's coming in, and he goes down, I'm not going to follow him down. I'd have Herbs try and step in. Do you know what I mean? That was kind of what I was thinking on the way in. So I'm happy the way it ended. It was a couple of shoulder smacks. The foot clattered him in the head and shocked him, and then the backhand put him down, and he'll recover. He'll recover and he can go again. So I'm happy with that. I'm excited to see what he does. So.
I mean, do you think that with Usman and Masvidal, they're obviously trying to fight you? Obviously, that's what the message is behind all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah, of course. Let's do it then. Let's do it. I'm more than ready. I enjoy this division. I like this division. I don't think they're that big. They're a bit bigger, right? Okay. I think Donald's bigger than Jorge. I know Jorge has a win over Donald, but I think Donald's as big. Now, Jorge's a former lightweight, so I don't know what that Dana was saying. I'd like to see them on the scales right now tonight and see what they're at. And I don't think that at the end of the day, we got to weigh 170. I feel good at 170. I don't think your man Usman, he's small enough, 5'8" or something. I think he's small. So I'm more than ready for that division. I'm here at this division. I hold a nice win in this division now. A couple of nice wins. So we'll see what happens. I'm open.
Thanks, Conor.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you.